We're just a few hours away from this afternoon's kick-off against Tranmere Rovers in Sky Bet League 2, and it's time for another pitch update with Chaz. It's been far too long. Chaz, how are we?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Another game, another full prep, double cut, mark out, and boys are on the second cut already, stringing the line, so everything's nice and straight. Getting a bit carried away with these string lines now, but hey ho, yeah, it's looking good.
I'm talking about looking good. The pitch is looking good. Obviously, we've had a couple of storms and a lot of games on here recently as well. But compare it to this time last year. Need we say any more?
Well, yeah, it was obviously always going to be very different. You know, we spent a few quid on it, and we changed the surface profile really to the fibre sand pitch. And yeah, we had a run of games. The weather, albeit the last game, we had a fair bit of rain in the morning. It had stopped, and we did get 6 hours of drying, and it performed well, and it was okay. There's a lot of stud marks out there because there's been a lot of people running across it. Grass cover's starting to diminish, especially down this side where there's the shade from the stand and in the goalie areas. But again, that's because there's been a lot of games, a lot of run of games in quick succession. And, we're always looking to improve, looking to get better. Disappointed that we not got, it's not vivid green all over. But unfortunately, that's the nature of any sports pitch, unless you're going to play on plastic. And you look at the big boys, they just play one game every 2 weeks, basically. And that would enable us to keep it literally looking like a velvet carpet. But, we've got a couple games now up to Christmas, and then we've got hopefully a nice break where we'll be able to really focus on the pitch, back on the pitch, and hopefully that'll be through some of the colder weather where the grass isn't growing, and we'll be able to sort of bring it back a little bit. But yeah, it's performing well. It's smooth. It's flat, which is basically what we were asked for. Can't guarantee we're going to have grass cover for the whole time if we have runs, lots of games in quick succession, because the grass simply doesn't cope with it. But the beauty of what we've done is the surface won't fall to pieces like it used to and go all soggy and horrible and heavy, as the players used to call it. They don't like playing on a heavy pitch. They'd rather play on a smooth, flat surface, whether it's got grass on it or not. Obviously prefer grass. We all would, but that's as I said before, when you've got a successful club at all levels where you're trying to promote all levels of the game, and everybody wants to be in here playing on it, which is what you want out of your stadium at the end of the day. So, yeah, we're managing it. We're learning every day, and we're in a lot better position than we were last year. But then you are going to be, because money was invested. So
exactly. I mean, and you talk about the amount of games actually from that end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum. We've got the game against Portsmouth on the 21st, and then no scheduled home game really to the middle of January. So there's that period where.
Well, have you got Boxing Day off then?
Sorry, after Boxing Day, sorry,
yeah. Yeah, we got the 21st, then the 26th, and then fingers crossed, we will have a break then, because I don't think we've got the Harrogate game. That's they're still in the FA Cup. So that could work massively in our favour. Hope it will. That means we can do some deep aeration, get the air back in the soil, because basically what we're doing now is we're flattening it and compacting it and making it flat, and really the grass needs aeration in it. Which you can't do the two at the same time, as we're learning very quickly. So hopefully after that game we'll be able to get the big boy over between Christmas and New Year. We'll do a couple of days, couple of long days on that, and get some air into it, and then give it a rest, and then start looking to prepare it for that game. I think it's on the 12th, it's all enjoyable. It's all good fun. Me and the boys, we have a good old chat about it, and there's enough experience between us to come up with a plan. And yeah, it's exciting times for a groundsman at Exeter City.
Finally, then, obviously one more game here before Christmas. What does a Chaz Christmas look like? What does a Christmas in the Chaz household look like?
Christmas in Chaz's household is Dad Chaz. He does a honey roast ham on Christmas Eve. So I generally go to bed having wrapped all my presents, although I don't do many because Kathy My wondrous girlfriend does most of it. And it's get the honey big ham in the oven and honey glazed ham. So you go to bed and you just browning it off as you're going to bed about 10:30, 11 after you put the stockings out. For me 21, 26, 27 and 30-year-old, not used to anyway. But so it's honey roast ham as you go to bed, and then you wake up in the morning, and then everyone's invited around to Dad's for breakfast. So it's honey roast ham and breads from around the world, lightly toasted with some butter on it. And this year I've had a request from my middle son Joe for he fancies a bit of different cheeses, so we'll have cheeses and stuff, and then I kick them all out about 11, and then we'll be cooking a bit of a Christmas dinner for mother-in-law, and and then chill out really, getting ready, get early night ready for Boxing Day.
All that talk of food's made me hungry. Sounds like we're off to Chaz's for Christmas Day by the sounds of it. Finally, on the subject of food, bacon rolls this morning, or
there will be bacon rolls. Yeah. I'm thinking bacon, lettuce, and tomato with a bit of that peri sort of chili sauce, just glazing across the lettuce and tomato, just to give it a bit of a kick. Probably be an extra rash of bacon when I go to my local guy that does me bacon rolls just around the corner. I always ask for extra bacon, and he's very kind, sticks me an extra bit of bacon in, which is completely wrong, I know, but I've just walked about 5 miles, so that's how I justify it.
Yeah, definitely hungry now. Chaz, thank you so much. We'll let you crack on and get the pitch ready for the game, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you before that Portsmouth game, or beforehand on the 21st.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't get the memo of the Christmas jumpers, but that's impressive. I need to get myself a new one.
Available in the club shop if you want one.